The oldest story we have about a hero doesn't start with courage. It starts with a problem. The hero is a tyrant. The story is the Epic of Gilgamesh. It's not a very long book, but it is one of the oldest stories humans have ever written down. And we know about it from clay tablets buried for centuries in the ruins of ancient Mesopotamian cities. But the stories themselves are even older. They go back to early Sumerian poems about a king named Gilgamesh who ruled the city of Uruk thousands of years ago. And in those poems, Gilgamesh isn't a perfect hero. He's powerful, he's brilliant, and he's nearly unstoppable, but he's also insufferable. The people of Uruk complain that their king works them too hard, he abuses his power, and no one in the city is strong enough to challenge him. So the gods create someone who can. A wild man named Enkidu. And Enkidu isn't polished, he isn't civilized, he's different from everyone else, but he's strong enough to stand up to the king. The two meet, and instead of an epic battle, instead of destroying each other, something surprising happens. They become friends, and that friendship changes everything. Together they fight monsters, they travel farther than anyone has gone before, and they become legends. But the deeper story isn't the monsters that they fought, it's what Enkidu does to Gilgamesh. He's the first person in the king's life strong enough to confront him, and loyal enough to stay. For the first time, Gilgamesh has someone beside him instead of beneath him. And what I got out of this book, and I think it's a quiet truth about human nature that probably hasn't changed much in 4,000 years, power rarely fixes a person. And achievement doesn't really help much either. Sometimes the thing that actually changes us is another person who isn't going to flatter us, whose actions teach us more than their words do. In the oldest epic we have, the great hero doesn't become better because he wins battles. He becomes better because he finds a friend who can call him out and set a higher bar. And I think that's still true. The people who help us most don't give us admiration. They are the ones strong enough to challenge us.